Hello, dear friend. It's late, isn't it? The house is quiet, the kind of quiet that presses in on you when you're alone with your thoughts. I'm sitting here in my small living room, the lamp casting a soft glow on the empty chair across from me. My hands are folded in my lap, and they're bare now. No rings, no bracelets. Nothing left of the gold that once weighed them down with memories. Today was my birthday. 65 years old. I woke up early like I always do, and made myself a cup of tea. I even baked a small cake, just a simple one from a box, with a single candle on top. I waited. The phone didn't ring. No messages. No one knocked on the door. By evening, the cake sat untouched, the candle melted into a puddle of wax. I kept thinking someone would remember. My son, perhaps. Or my daughter-in-law, with the grandchildren in tow. But the hours slipped by, and here I am, alone again. Staring at these empty fingers, remembering how heavy they used to feel. How did it come to this? Me sitting in a quiet house on my birthday, wondering if anyone even thinks of me anymore. Let me take you back. Back to when life felt full. When my hands sparkled with the jewelry my mother gave me. And later, the pieces my husband slipped onto my wrist with a smile. Back to when I believed that love meant giving everything, and that it would come back to you someday. It started many years ago, in a modest home on the edge of a bustling city. I was young then, full of dreams and hope. My name is May, and this is my story. The one I've carried in my heart for so long. The one that still aches when I think about it too deeply. I grew up in a simple family. My father worked long hours in a factory. My mother took in sewing to make ends meet. We didn't have much, but we had love. My mother had a small collection of jewelry. Nothing extravagant, but precious to her. A gold necklace from her wedding day. A pair of earrings her own mother passed down. A few bangles that jingled softly when she moved. She wore them on special occasions, and I'd watch her, fascinated by how they caught the light. When I married Robert, my husband, he was kind and steady. He worked as a mechanic, fixing cars from dawn till dusk. We rented a small apartment at first, saving every penny for a house of our own. Our first child, Alexander, Alex, came along 2 years later. He was a beautiful boy, with dark curls and a laugh that filled the rooms. Then came the second, our daughter Lily. Life was busy, joyful in its chaos. Diapers, school runs, birthday parties. Robert and I, we made do. But there were hard times. When Alex was 10, Robert's shop slowed down. Bills piled up. We worried about the children's education. Good schools cost money, and we wanted the best for them. Private tutors, college funds. I looked at my jewelry box one evening, while Robert slept. Those pieces from my mother, the ones I'd added over the years. A bracelet Robert gave me for our 10th anniversary, a ring for Lily's birth. I didn't hesitate long. The next day, I took them to the jeweler. Sold most of it. The money went straight into savings for the kids. Alex's high school fees, Lily's dance lessons that she loved so much. It felt right. A mother's sacrifice, quiet and unseen. But that was just the beginning. As the years went on, there were more sacrifices. When Alex wanted to go to university, engineering, a good field, I sold the last of my necklace to help with his tuition. Robert had passed by then, suddenly, from a heart attack. I was alone, but strong. Lily's wedding came, beautiful and big, just like she dreamed. I dipped into what little I had left, sold a pair of earrings to contribute. "Mom, you don't have to," she said. But her eyes shone when she saw the check. I moved in with Alex and his wife, Sarah, after Robert was gone, to help with the grandchildren. Little Emma and Jack. I cooked, cleaned, babysat. It felt like family. Like I belonged. But slowly things shifted. Small things at first. A comment here, a sigh there. Sarah would say, "May, you don't have to do everything." But her tone, it made me feel like a burden. I pushed it aside. Told myself I was imagining it. Tonight, on my birthday, as I blow out that lone candle alone, I wonder where it all went wrong. How the woman who gave everything ended up with empty hands and an emptier heart. Let me tell you the whole story, from the beginning. Settle in, dear. It's a long one, full of love and loss. And maybe by the end, you'll understand why my heart feels sold, just like that jewelry so many years ago. Those early years with Robert were the foundation of everything. We met at a community dance when I was 22. He was tall, with kind eyes and hands that were always a little stained from engine oil. He asked me to dance, and from that night, we were inseparable. We married a year later, in a simple ceremony at the local church. My mother gave me her gold necklace that day. "Wear it with pride, May," she said, fastening it around my neck. "It's been in our family for generations." It felt warm against my skin, like a hug from all the women before me. Our home was small, but we made it ours. Robert worked hard, coming home tired but always with a smile for me. I'd have dinner ready, simple things like stew or roasted chicken. We'd sit at the table, talking about our day, dreaming about the future. Alex arrived first. The labor was long, but when they placed him in my arms, everything faded. He was perfect. Robert stood beside me, tears in his eyes. "He's got your nose," he whispered. Lily came 4 years later, feisty from the start, with a cry that demanded attention. Our family felt complete. Daily life was a rhythm. Mornings, Robert off to work, me packing lunches for the kids when they started school. Afternoons, helping with homework, folding laundry while listening to the radio. Evenings, family dinners, stories before bed. My parents lived nearby. My mother would come over often, bringing homemade cookies or mending clothes. "You're doing good, May," she'd say. "Those children are lucky." My father was quieter, but he'd fix things around the house without being asked. Neighbors were part of it too. Mrs. Harlan next door, who'd watch the kids if I needed to run errands. We'd share coffee on the porch, talking about life. But money was always tight. Robert's job paid enough, but unexpected things came up. A car repair, medical bills when Lily had ear infections. That's when I first thought about the jewelry. Not selling it, not yet. Just knowing it was there, a safety net. When Alex was 12, he got into a better school across town. Fees were higher. Robert worked overtime, but it wasn't enough. One night, he came home exhausted. "We'll manage," he said, but I saw the worry. I went to my jewelry box. Took out a pair of bangles my mother had given me. Sold them quietly. Told Robert it was from savings. The relief on his face, it was worth it. Small seeds were planted then. Alex thriving in that school, making friends, excelling. Lily starting ballet classes because we could afford them now. Robert gave me new pieces over the years. A thin gold chain for our anniversary. "You deserve beautiful things," he'd say. But life has a way of testing you. When Robert was 52, the heart attack came sudden. One morning he complained of chest pain. By evening he was gone. I was devastated. The funeral, the emptiness in the house. Alex was 25 then, working his first job after college. Lily 21, still studying. They rallied around me. Alex said, "Move in with us when I get married, Mom. We need you." Sarah entered our lives a year later. Pretty ambitious. She and Alex met at work. The wedding was lovely. I contributed what I could, sold another piece, an old ring. For the honeymoon, I told them. I moved in shortly after Emma was born. The house was bigger, in a nicer neighborhood. I had my own room downstairs. At first, it was wonderful. Holding little Emma, rocking her to sleep. Jack came 2 years later. I was there for everything. First steps, first words. Daily routines. I'd wake early, make breakfast. Pack lunches. Pick up the kids from school when Sarah worked late. Cook dinner, clean up. Sarah would say thank you, but sometimes, a edge. "May, you really don't have to do the laundry. Or we can hire help, you know." I brushed it off. I was helping. That's what mothers do. Grandmothers. Financial stress lingered. Alex's job was good, but they wanted a bigger house, better schools for the kids. College funds. One day, Alex mentioned university costs rising. "It's okay, we'll figure it out," he said. That night, I sold my anniversary bracelet. Gave them the money quietly. "A gift?" I said. Their faces lit up. Hints of loneliness crept in. Evenings when they'd go out, leaving me with the kids. I'd sit after bedtime, the house quiet, missing Robert. Or conversations where Sarah talked about our plans, trips, renovations, without including me. Small disrespects. Like when I suggested something for the kids and Sarah would say, "We have it handled, May." But I told myself it was nothing. Families adjust. My mother passed around then. Left me her remaining pieces, the earrings, a locket. I held on to them longer. Until Jack needed braces and Emma private lessons. I sold them too. Hands lighter now. Heart full, I thought. Little did I know, the seeds of hurt were growing. As the years passed, the small cracks began to show. It started subtly. Sarah redecorated the house. My old chair from Robert's time was moved to the basement. For more space, she said. I nodded, smiled. Then the comments about money. We appreciate all you've done, May, but we can't keep relying on gifts. I hadn't given anything in months. Alex changed too. Busier at work, promoted. More stress. He'd come home, snap about little things. One evening, I overheard them in the kitchen. Sarah saying, "Your mom needs to find her own place soon. The kids are older now." My heart stung. I pretended not to hear. A key scene. Emma's 10th birthday. I planned a party, baked the cake like always. Sarah came home early. "Oh, May, I already ordered from the bakery. Professional one." The cake I made sat in the fridge, uneaten. I felt pushed aside. Then Lily's family visited less. Her husband got a job transfer. Calls became shorter. Loneliness deepened. Nights I'd sit in my room, remembering. Turning point 1. The argument about the grandchildren. Sarah wanted them in expensive activities. We can't afford both soccer and piano. I offered to help, but had nothing left to sell. My last piece, the wedding necklace, was gone years ago. Alex said, "Mom, you've done enough. We'll manage." But his tone grateful? Or tired? Another scene, health scare. I had a fall, twisted my ankle badly. Hospital visit. They came, but Sarah complained about the wait. "We have plans tonight." I apologize for the inconvenience. Inner pain grew. Thoughts. Am I a burden now? Big conflict. The house sale. Alex and Sarah decided to upgrade to a larger home. Better schools, more space. They asked if I'd contribute. "Whatever you can, Mom." But I had nothing. Pension barely covered my needs. I said no. Tension rose. "After everything." Sarah muttered. Dialogue that hurt. One night, dinner table. "Sarah. May, perhaps it's time you think about assisted living. For your own good." Alex. "Sarah. Sarah. No, we need to talk. The kids need their space. And honestly, May, you've been dependent." Me. Dependent? I've cooked, cleaned, babysat for years. Without pay. Alex. "Mom, we appreciate it, but things change." I felt betrayed. Ignored. Another key scene, my birthday 2 years ago. Similar to now. Waited. They forgot. Came home late. "Oh, happy birthday, Mom." No gift, no cake. I cried alone, pushing toward breaking point. The discovery. I found papers in the study, plans for the new house, and a note about getting May into a senior home soon. Felt like betrayal. Confrontation brewing. One evening, big fight. I said, "I gave everything. Sold my jewelry for your educations, weddings, this life." Sarah. "That was your choice. We didn't ask." Alex. "Mom, it's time to let go." Deep loneliness hit. Health issue. High blood pressure from stress. Hospital again. Alone this time. They came late. That was the moment before the major turning point. And right there, in that hospital bed, with the beeps of the monitor echoing my heartbeat, I felt something break inside me. Not just sadness, but a deep, aching question. Dear friend, pause with me here. Have you ever felt invisible in your own family? Like the woman who held everything together, but one day, no one sees you anymore? Have you ever given and given, until there was nothing left, and wondered if it was all worth it? Would you forgive a child who turned away, after all your sacrifices? Or a daughter-in-law who made you feel like a stranger in the home you helped build? Have you ever sat alone on a special day, wondering if anyone remembers the love you poured out? And tell me, have you ever realized too late that you forgot to save a little something for yourself? These questions, they keep me up at night. And I know I'm not alone. So many women like us, mothers, grandmothers, we give our hearts, our time, our treasures. We think love means emptying ourselves for others. But sometimes, it leaves us empty. If you're watching this, and something in my story touches you, please share in the comments. Have you felt this way? What did you do? Your stories heal me too. Knowing we're not alone in this. A small lesson I've learned so far. We teach people how to treat us. By giving everything without boundaries, we sometimes teach them we don't matter. And another, self-love isn't selfish. It's necessary. Like putting on your oxygen mask first. Forgive? Maybe. But forget? No. Protect your heart, dear. Now, let me take a breath and continue. The hardest part is coming. Every woman who sacrificed her dreams for her family's future will feel this ache deep in her soul. That moment when you realize the jewelry you sold wasn't the only thing you lost. Your place in their hearts was sold too. I gave them my gold, piece by piece, and they gave me silence in return. Have you ever felt like a guest in the home you built with your love? The hands that once sparkled with memories, now empty, just like the promises. I sold my treasures for their tomorrows, but they forgot to save a today for me. That quiet birthday cake, untouched, it tastes like betrayal. When you become the shadow in your children's light, that's when the heart truly breaks. The major turning point came a few months after that hospital stay. I was recovering at home, or what felt less like home each day. One afternoon, while tidying Alex's study old habits, I found more papers. Not just house plans. An email from Sarah to a realtor. We need to move soon. May's health is declining, better to get her settled in a facility before it gets worse. My name, discussed like a problem to solve. I sat down, hands shaking. Memories flooded. Selling my mother's necklace for Alex's books. The bracelet for Lily's wedding dress alterations. Earrings for grandchildren's schools. All gone. For them. That evening, I confronted them calmly. Alex, Sarah. I saw the emails. Silence. Then Sarah. It's for the best, May. Alex. Mom, we love you, but what? I'm in the way. Tears came. Real dialogue raw. Me. I gave everything. My jewelry, my time, my youth. For your futures. Sarah. We didn't force you. Alex. Mom, please understand. I did understand. Finally. I moved out a week later. Into a small apartment, paid with my pension and a little savings I'd hidden away, my first act of saving for myself. At first, devastation. Calls unanswered. Grandchildren asking where grandma went. Loneliness like a wave. But slowly acceptance. I joined a senior group. Made friends, women like me, with stories of sacrifice. Started painting, a hobby I'd always wanted. Health improved. No stress. Reconciliation? Partial. Lily reached out first. Mom, I didn't know it was that bad. Visits now real ones. Alex called months later. Apologized. We were wrong, Mom. They visit sometimes. Grandkids more. But boundaries now. I don't babysit endlessly. I have my life. Forgiveness came slow. Not full absolution but peace. What I learned. Motherhood is love, but not martyrdom. We give, but we must keep something for ourselves. Our worth isn't in what we sacrifice, but in who we are. Aging teaches this. You can't pour from an empty cup. To women feeling invisible, you are seen. Here by me. By others who've walked this path. You are worthy of love without emptying yourself. Find your spark again. Buy yourself flowers. Wear something beautiful, even if just for you. Reclaim your heart. It wasn't sold forever. And dear friend, remember, the greatest gift you can give your family is a whole, happy you. Not pieces of yourself scattered. One day they'll see it too. Hold on. You're stronger than you know.